What's going on, everyone? Welcome to our weekly focus. Okay, and what we are looking at in this week, maybe in the coming weeks. All right, most of the setups that we've shared, they've actually played out. All right, so today I just want to go through four pairs, and I want to start with GBPAUD, the British pound versus the Australian dollar. So I'm starting from the weekly time frame. So you can see that we had an impulse move, then we had a correction, we had an impulse move, then we had another correction here, then we had an impulse move, and now we are correcting, perhaps to complete this because of this down here, color 90%, maybe before we see a move to the upside. So long term, I might be looking for sales, but remember we're on the weekly time frame. We have to go lower to the lower time frames and find out what they have to give to us. So when I go to the daily time frame, you can see, and I think we maximize this move. If you've been watching our clips, our videos, then there's a move here that we are able to capitalize on. So you can see that we came all the way from the daily time frame. We have this structure over here, and there was a breakout. Of course, it covered the 90%, and now it's actually consolidating on this level over here. So let's go to the day 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we've got a structure here. So we had this high over here, and you can see that the market came all the way, and here it gave us a beautiful you see a beautiful double bottom before we saw a push to the upside. All right, then it's been very corrective to the upside to this level over here. So my anticipation is that this thing can easily maybe come all the way to this level, actually come all the way to this level, come and give us a triple bottom before we see a push to the upside. Okay, so that's what I am actually looking at on GBPAUD. Let me go to the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, you can see this structure over here. So we have what we call trends in trends. We have this structure here, then inside here, it started to contract, then now it has broken out, it's coming all the way to this level over here. So I want to target this level, see if this market comes to this level over here. All right, and see if maybe I can catch some sales all the way to this level over here. First of all, let me maybe say my stop loss is going to be maybe somewhere around 30 pips. So I'm actually looking for a possible 10%. So I want to see how this thing is going to play out, because it might easily come up here and give us a double top, before we see this move to the downside. Let me change the color so that it doesn't confuse you. Yes, so that you see that double top over there might come all the way to this level, then maybe pass a little bit, then maybe trigger us on its way down. So that's what I'm looking at on GBPAUD. I want to patiently wait for it to come for me. It's good for the market to come to you rather than you chasing the market. Okay, yeah, so me, that's normally what I do. Okay, I want the market to come to me. I don't want to chase the market. So you can see that there is some sort of a structure over here, of course, with this something like a contraction channel. So might easily consolidate here, before we see push to the downside. So let's patiently wait and see how this thing is going to do what is going to play out. Okay, let's go to our second pair. So my second pair is NZDCAD. I actually gave this trade, I gave this setup on when it was here. Actually, I gave this trade, and even this particular one that has moved like it's moved like what? Moved like 68 pips. I gave this setup on my free Telegram group. If you have joined, if you want to join, the link is on the description below. But if you want to join, yeah, you can find the link there, and you can see that we are actually on sale. I mean, this is super clean, so you can see that from this higher time frame, you can see that it's been actually. We can start from the weekly time frame. You can see that it's really been consolidating to the downside. Well, we are actually looking for long-term buys in future, all right? But we have to capitalize on the move here. Remember, it has to really take out people who think that it's going to continue to sell before it does what? Before it starts going to the upside. So you see, it has to come to this low over here. That's how the market will do. You consolidate here, break, get people in the wrong side of the market, then just shoot to the upside. So we just want to maximize on these little moves before we start now buying to the upside. So you can see that from here, came here, it was quite corrective, broke out to this level over here, it's coming down. I feel like my anticipation is that it's going to come down again, come and give us maybe a clear double bottom before we see a push to the upside, at least to gain more momentum to push, because it's going to be on a very long journey all the way to this level over here, and then all the way to this level over here. So you can see that we are targeting these levels over here. Also, we are looking at it coming to at least to this level over there. So this is a very long term move. So we need a very strong structure to be able to support that. So let's go to the day 4-hour time frame. So from the 4-hour time frame, you can see now it's becoming very clear. It was quite corrective to the downside, broke out, came here, give us this structure. Then we actually maximize on this flag over here. We caught some move here. It came back close to our entry, and now it's going down again. You can see we had already tried to project that. So on the 1-hour time frame, and the reason why I took this trade because it was because of this structure over here. It was quite corrective to the upside, so we actually entered here. It was a risk entry. We entered here. We had a 20 pip stop loss, then pushed. It's still on profit. We've closed some profits, of course. I've even shared some of it on my Telegram group, and I want to hold this thing to the downside. Okay, I want to hold it to the downside. Come all the way. We are looking at a possible 7%. And if it comes all the way to this low over here, then we are looking at a possible what? 8%. So it's quite consolidating for now, but you can see that it's almost like giving us another structure over here. So you can see, maybe it's it want to give us a bigger flag before it does what? Before it goes down. So I'm looking more. This is the first touch. I'm looking maybe for another touch, second touch here, and then maybe another touch before we see a push to the downside. All right. So that's what I'm looking at on NZDCAD. Okay, that's what I'm looking for at NZDCAD. I'm holding some trades, and of course, I am looking forward to scaling in. I actually want to scale in on this pair because I see a lot of potential for it continue to do what? Continue to go down. Okay, so let me go to my third pair. So my third pair is NZDJPY. So let me go to the weekly time frame. Okay, so from the weekly time frame, you can see that this thing has been very corrective to the upside. So you can see that long term, I'm actually interested in what? I'm actually interested in sell because the moment it gives me this structure. Remember, we trade market structure, all right? Remember, we trade market structure, and you can see that from the weekly time frame, yeah, we are coming from what? We are coming from this move over here, then correcting to the upside, right? It might easily come all the way to this level, then before we see it trickling to the downside. Okay, but of course, this structure over here, just first of all take this out. This is a sell structure. This is very corrective, and you can see that once it breaks and starts coming down, we are actually anticipating that this move will come all the way to this level over here. So let's come to the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, you can see that we came all the way here, right? Came all the way to this level. market came down, then came up here, to come and give us some sort of like a double top, came down to this level over here, and then it has come down again to give a double top on this level, and then now it's going down. And when if you go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see a possible flag, a beautiful flag that is actually forming over there, right? Let's take this to this low over here. So we can see that we had this structure. It's actually an expanding structure. As you can see, it's really expanding. Okay, that's a very expanding structure. And inside here, we had this ascending structure over here. That's why you see that here you could have capitalized on this level over here and been able to get all these cells to this level down there. All right, now coming to what is currently happening here, you can see that there's an amazing flag that is forming. So of course, I'm expecting this market to trickle down to this level, at least over here, or maybe a break and then continue to the downside. Okay, so let's go to the 1-hour time frame. And on the 1-hour time frame, you can see that we've already had one touch, right? Then we have a second touch. I'm anticipating to see a third touch. Then I can be able to ride this move to the downside. All right, it might not give us a third, it might actually not, it's not automatic that it's gonna give us a third touch. All right, but if it gives a third touch, then well and good. You can see that this could be our first target, maybe somewhere around over here. That could be our first target, right? And we're talking at a possible, maybe let's assume this market comes all the way to this level over here, then we are looking at a possible 133 pips, and maybe holding it all the way to 187 pips. Okay, so we could actually put a line over here. Okay, because we want to see how this market is going to play out, because when it comes here, you see that it's going to give us some touches. We have 1, 2, 3 touches, maybe a fourth touch, then before we see a move to the downside. So look at the 15 minutes time frame, then you can see that it's quite corrective. Okay, it's quite corrective to the upside. So of course I will be interested in sales from this level over here. All right, I'll be interested in sales from this level over there. And let me say, for example, let's say maybe I have a 30 pip stop loss. Right, stop loss depends on you. Right, depends on whatever you're looking at. You can have 20 pip or maybe let's say 25 pips. Then let's say we are targeting first target is we're looking at possible 4.5% before we move on to the overall 6.89%. And as you can see here, this structure is quite corrective. All right, we have already one touch over here. No, well, let me draw that. I think that's a very important thing for us to mark. So you can see here we have that. Let me clone this and put it here. And you can see over there like that. Okay, so you can see there, or even we'll make this one like this, because you can see that it's contracting. Okay, it's really closing in. So you can see that already also on the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, we have a touch over here, we have another touch over here. So we're waiting for a third touch before now we ride it to the downside. That's what I will actually be looking on NZDJPY. All right. So my last pair for the day is NZDUSD, not for the day, but on this particular video is NZDUSD. I'm actually on a weekly time frame, and you can see we've really been correcting to the downside. Okay, so overall in the coming weeks and months, we are looking for buys. Okay, we are looking for long-term buys, to the upside. Okay, that's what we'll be looking at on NZDUSD. So let's go to the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, you can see that we had a very, very, very beautiful, look at this amazing structure over here, came up here gave us actually a double top or a triple top, and push down has given us a double bottom over here. Gone up is coming down. Well, it could push to the upside, or it could come back again for now it gets more momentum to give us maybe a triple bottom, then before we see a move to the upside. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So from the 4-hour time frame, you can see that it's really corrective. You see we are coming from a push up down. Then look at this from like a flag. It could actually consolidate all its way to the top, okay, as a possible, or will actually break here and come to this level over here, then give us 1, 2, and 3 touches before we see a push to the upside. So we want to also observe how this thing is going to play out. You don't want to rush into trades, okay? Today is Monday also. You don't want to start rushing into trades and chasing the market. Just allow the market to come to you, okay? And don't be in a rush. So you can see that here we have a very beautiful structure over here. This market could come all the way to test this level over here, or this market to come and test this high over here. So this is also a possibility. And also you can see here we have 1 touch and 2 touches. So of course I'm looking for a 3rd touch maybe before I'll be interested in sales to the downside. Okay, so that's what I'm actually on the 1-hour time frame. That's what I'm looking at. Already you can see we are actually trying to move to the upside. When you move to the 15 minutes time frame, you can see there's a structure that has formed here. Okay, you can see that there is a structure that has formed over here. Let's clone this, then just put it here. Okay, it's not quite clear, but well, we can at least try and do something on it. Okay, yeah, so you can see that you see an impulse move correction. You have an impulse. This is actually quite corrective, so it could break actually and continue going up. This is actually a 15 minutes time frame. Maybe if it breaks here and gives a confirmation, you can ride in as a possible 43 pip. Okay, not bad. All right, but I'll actually be interested in bigger moves. I like getting interested in bigger moves. All right, I'm not saying it's bad to get this, but I like being interested in bigger moves. Something 5%, 6%, 10%, and all those kind of bigger, but 15%, 20%. We've seen actually even 24% are playing out. So that's what I'm actually looking at on these 3 pairs, on these 4 pairs actually. And yeah, leave a comment below on what you'd like us to check on, what you'd like us to look at, and I'll be happy to reply to you guys. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell, so that you don't miss out on our future videos. And guys, we are so happy our episode 1 that we shared about our Forex training class is almost hitting 1,000 views. We had actually said that once it hit 1,000 views, then we are going to release the episode 2. All right, and we are so happy because currently as we speak, we are actually on 965 views. All right, so just quite a few views, but definitely this week you're going to release episode 2, and I'm telling you it's going to be better. You're going to get tons of value from all these things we're teaching, guys. Remember, we have also introduced a Forex mentorship program. You're working on our course. I'm actually working on creating a course, but for now I have a mentorship program. All the information is on my Telegram group. The link is on the description below. Just click on it, come in, talk to me. Let's see how we can help each other. Thank you guys for watching. This is EagleEyeFX signing out.